Good morning. How are you? Now we plan to do some revision work on linguistics. I hope you have gone through all the topics given so far. We have two modules, right? Module number 2 and module number 4. Module number 4 is totally covering what is modern grammar and some analysis and formation of sentences that already had been discussed. And the later stage we switched over to linguistics. The basis of linguistics is coming in module number 1, and later we discussed what is linguistics. If you attend the classes properly in the previous chapters, things will be very easy. So I plan to give you 1 or 2 classes on revision work, so that you will be somewhat thorough with the areas that we discussed. You know, some students now feel that in the society they find several people, those people do not mind them, and some people they are not in a position to contact others. And some people feel very much difficult to interact with certain people, as if one of my students reported, sir, once we find some people, we are not in a position to interact with them because they are in different nature and they feel that they are very arrogant. See, that is, in my opinion, is not really true. That we cannot judge any person in our hand in advance. Probably he or she may be very innocent. But we as human beings have a tendency to judge others in advance. And I mean, we have some prejudiced attitude towards some people. That is not true. So recently I read one of the counseling story that has appeared in Sunday supplement in Malayalam Manorama newspaper, I think. Are you in the habit of reading newspaper? Who knows? Recent surveys is almost 50% readers ratio went down because they have no people in modern society, in the young generation does not find much time to read. But in the last Sunday, I think I read this counseling story in the pull out of Malayalam Manorama Daily. In the story, the writer says a parent, a father has a child of 6 years old. All right. And this child, very naughty. And but very judicious, very lovable child. Often father takes the child and go outside. And once they decide to go to an exhibition stall, what is called exhibition or carnival, where plenty shops will be opened, like toy shop and vehicle shop and a lot of exhibition, Puram exhibition, Thrissur Puram exhibition, you might have gone. So child, in the hand of father, and they are watching every stall and finding there and then going. And the child shows much interest. Oh, Papa, this one is good, this stall is good, like that. They are walking. But being a child of 6 years old, definitely child will demand something. But the child, father wonders why this child is not demanding, asking something to buy and all that. The moment they reach a particular shop where plenty types and varieties of fruits kept, child was looking very eagerly to all the fruits. It's written by the writer. And father thought child would demand fruits. But irrespective of thought, the child very cautiously, secretly telling the demand in the ear of the father, very silently, not to show to others. Papa, I want these mangoes. All right. And father wondered why. Then child wants only one mango, but father decided, okay, mango or apple, I think, is apple, a particular apple, Kashmirian apple, all right. Father, okay, you want only one, but I provide you two. And he bought two beautiful apples, all right. Then child was very happy, and both of them were slowly going out of the exhibition, and very deliberately father asking child, can you give one of them? All right. Then not minding father's demand, child all of a sudden, all right, biting one apple. And father was very dejected. Why this child is telling like that? Okay, suppose you take one, the other one you provide me, father demanded. What the moment child hate the demand of father, the second one also beaten by the child. Then father decided, very selfish child. My child is very selfish. The writer says, later stage, after some time, child provides one of them. All right. And telling father, this one is very sweetie, papa, you take this one I will take. See, what does it show? Child deliberately biting and want to test which one is beautiful, which one is standard, which one is more precious, which one is more sweetie. And the father decided, no, from this small story we can understand, never adjudge or never make an assessment on others in advance. Some people may be telling that X or Y is very arrogant, or that boy or this girl is very arrogant, not to be dealt with like. No, we cannot judge. This child in the hand of parent wants to make or wants to provide apple which is the sweetest one, the best one to father. This is the message I read in one of the spullouts of Malayalam, Manorama Weekly. So you children of this age, you have to maintain such decorum in the society. What I mean. Now we go to our areas that, I needn't show you a textbook. This is the textbook. We have 4 modules. Second module is related to linguistics, and fourth module related to grammar. All the areas that we discussed, and I plan which the area, some more additional areas that we can discuss with you that I plan to do in this module. So we again start from module 2, which is a theoretical area, what is called a linguistics area. The first thing that you have to keep in mind, all right, the topic linguistics, all right, linguistics, all right, linguistics. This is a very major area. What is linguistics? Till this moment, everybody knows what we taught you and listened to our class. Linguistics is a scientific study of language. That is a beautiful definition that you keep in mind. Again, I repeat, it is scientific study. Comparing to all other subjects like mathematics, physics, or chemistry, or what is called botany, or any things like in scientific method, that you study language is also scientific. So many definitions have been given in the textbook. Edward Swappier has given, Noam Chomsky has given, what is called Leonard Bloomfield has given. All these that you have to read and make tips of the notes that you keep in your notebook and study. But in general, once we compare all these, we'll get What is linguistics? Linguistics is the scientific study of language. Okay. Then underline in this small definition, what is scientific? Scientific. That is again problematic. Why it is called scientific? Probably areas coming. Because it is scientific. Alright, it is scientific because in like all other sciences in language, we make observation. After observation, we get a hypothesis. And after this hypothesis, we try to analyze it. And after analysis, we will get a conclusion. In the same way, like all other general sciences, in language, we do certain things step by step by step. This is called scientific. So people will ask you in Viva questions, what is called your interactive program. They will ask you, why is it called scientific? Because you keep in mind, it is a science because it has a system. It has a system. That is why we call, Chomsky says, language is system of systems. We have acquired certain things in our mind, and by this process, mechanically, just like an automobile system of a vehicle, car, or machinery, what is called engine work, it comes and comes and comes like that. So it is scientific. So you can make it sure. Language study related to linguistics is like all other sciences. It is scientific in nature because it makes observation. After this observation, we'll get a hypothesis. After this hypothesis, we'll try to work on it. Then we will have an analysis. After this analysis, we'll get a conclusion. This is called scientific in nature. So, the area like linguistics, language study, sometimes confused with phonetics. Alright, that also you have to study. What is called phonetics? What is called phonetics? That you studied in language, module number 3. What is phonetics? Phonetics is study of sound system of language. Sound system. It relates to sound system. Sound system is one of the branches of linguistics. Alright. So sound system is related to phonetics. Whereas linguistics is scientific study in general in all the areas. That you keep in mind. And again another question coming. What is phonology? Phonology. So, linguistics, phonetics, and we have phonology that you study in module number 3. What is phonology and how is it different from phonetics? Phonetics is general study of sound system of languages, whereas phonology is a study of sound system of a particular language. That you have to keep in mind. In all the Viva examinations, they will ask you, what is phonetics? How is it different from phonology? Phonology means related to sound system of particular language. That is why we study phonology of English, phonology of Malayalam, phonology of all Indian languages. We cannot say phonology of a particular language. So that you keep. Again, another problem related to phonology, we get morphology, that we studied morphology. So, linguistics appeared, phonetics appeared, phonology appeared, then morphology appearing. What is morphology? Already taught in several different classes that we came across earlier, that you understand what is phonology. What is morphology? Morphology deals with, if you want, you can copy down this small definition. Morphology deals with patterns of words by the combination of sounds into minimal distinctive units of meaning. What did I say? Morphology deals with, you can copy down. Morphology deals with patterns of words by the combination of sounds. That is why That is why we say CAT, cat. CAD, cat. Alright, CAT, cat. Cat is a unit of letters made in sound system formed a word. So it deals with the pattern of words by combination of sounds into minimum distinctive unit of meaning. It should have a minimum distinctive meaning unit. Alright, this is called morphology. So we studied what is linguistics, what is phonetics, then what is phonology, then what is morphology. All these areas we dealt in detail in the previous chapters. Alright, so in this, what I plan to give you some areas which have been untouched or sometimes touched, not polished. That I want to give you certain questions they will ask you in future. One word like, or filling the blanks like, or what is called name the following like, or multiple choices type, or match the following type. All these you have to be thorough with. That is what we want to get ideas. Otherwise we lose our marks. For this, our motivation to study linguistics is to get score good marks in future. Alright, and we want to make you train yourself in the field of language. And again repeat, if you are interested to study language, there should be a commitment. If there is no commitment, interest will not work out. You may have interest, but not work out. Why? No commitment. If commitment is there, what does it mean? You will do one thing, you will do something whether you like it or not. But interest may be there. Interest will make you to do only what you want, only what you like. But commitment, suppose so, again philosophers say commitment should be supported, or interest should be given in support with commitment. If there is commitment, you can do wonders in linguistics. So very, very beautiful, attractive, magnified areas. So what is called linguistics? What is called phonetics? What is called phonology? What is called morphology? Then what is the related term semantics coming? This is a very big area of linguistics. What is called semantic? Nothing. I explained everywhere. In all the classes I explain. Semantic as a word, it reflects to or it relates to what is called the meaning part. If meaning is not suitably applied to a particular morphological item does not convey any meaning. So morphological item may be there, but if semantic element is applied there, then only the morphological term will be accepted by the society. So you have to keep in mind what is called semantic. It deals with the part of meaning. If meaning is important part, then again from once you go to linguistics module number 2, major expected area of essay. In the university pattern of the question paper, previous question paper, I found one big essay topic, that what are the different areas of modern linguistics. Keep in mind, what are the different areas of modern linguistics, or what is modern linguistics? Explain the areas, types of modern linguistics, very detailed in manner given in the textbook. In addition to what is given in the textbook, I had given you 2-3 other branches that also you add, make it in a big essay, and definitely there will be a question from this part. What is called different areas of modern linguistics. Let us make a review, let us make a revision on what are the areas that we discussed. Which all the areas that we discussed? In the textbook only 4 areas given. I had given you 6 areas, 2 additional. That is in the postgraduate level. I had given you 2. First area is psychological level. What is called psycho level? Area of psycholinguistics. That is one area that already given in the previous chapter. Then next one is developmental linguistics. psychological, psycho level linguistics and developmental linguistics. Second one, developmental linguistics. Third one, neurological, neuroscience related linguistics. Then fourth one, sociological related linguistics study approaches sign. Then fifth one is anthropological study. So psychological level, developmental level, neuro-related level, then socio-linguistics level, anthropological level, then literary style. Literary style, that already discussed. You keep these 6 areas, make a brief note on these all levels, you will get a very nice marks. Your essay not to be covered about 200 words once you write. What is anthropological linguistics? They will ask you one question. You can write very simple thing that is given in the textbook. What is anthropological level? Anthropological level, anthropological linguistics deals with evolution of language in human society. First point, what is anthropological? May not be given in the textbook. That is additional material you copy down. What is all other linguistics, psycho, neuro, everything given in the textbook. These two not given in the textbooks. What is called anthropological? Anthropological linguistics deals with evolution of language in human society. Again, I repeat, it deals with the evolution of language in human society and its role in the formation of culture. So you can study this small elaborative idiom. What is called it deals with. Anthropological method of linguistics deals with. First point, evolution of language in human society, evolution of language in human society, and how it influences the formation of culture, our culture to be dealt with. So then again some problems coming, some exponents are there that we have referred once we took the class. So many exponents. The first, so we deal with modern linguistics almost started in 1950s. We study from that area. No, not in the very early stages of linguistics we don't deal with. We deal with only modern area. So some exponents were that you have to come across. First important exponent of linguistics is Ferdinand de Saussure. All right, that we referred Ferdinand de Saussure. Which all the important things that you have to remember about him? Who was he? What did he do? All this you have to keep in mind. Ferdinand de Saussure, first point that you keep in mind, you write down in the notebook. First point, he was a Switzerland linguist, Swiss linguist. All right, he belongs to Switzerland. First point. Then later he joined in Geneva University as a professor. All right, so first point is a Swiss linguist. Ferdinand de Saussure is one of the modern linguistics, one of the exponents or fathers of modern linguistics. And 2 points to keep in mind. First one, Switzerland, means his native place is Switzerland. Second point, he became a professor in Geneva University. Third point, his famous book. Write down point by point. His famous book is Course in General Linguistics. Course in General Linguistics. That is very important. Course in General Linguistics. That is 1915. All right. He published 1915. All right. 1915. He published this book. Course in. So again I repeat, who is Ferdinand de Saussure? Ferdinand de Saussure, first point, he belongs to Switzerland and he became professor in Geneva University. His book published in 1915, what is called Course in General Linguistics. And he gave importance to structure part of grammar. All right, a structural part. All right, structural part that you have to keep in mind. He gave importance to structural part of grammar. So this very important one. So what is gave importance to structural part of grammar, and also he is known as father of modern linguistics. Very important. So with all these points you will get very nice marks. If suppose they ask you to prepare short brief note on Ferdinand de Saussure. First point, what will you write? Ferdinand de Saussure is one of the exponents of modern linguistics. He belongs to Switzerland, or known as Swiss linguist. Third point, he became professor in Geneva University, and his book, what is called Course in General Linguistics 1915, published, changed the approaches in linguistics, and he gave importance to structural part of grammar, and language is self-sufficient, he says. He need not to do lot of developments. It has self-sufficiency, and he is known as, popularly known as, father of modern linguistics. All right. So such points that you keep in mind, you develop somewhat very beautiful standard form of English writing skill. You will get very, very, very good marks, very, very nice marks. Then all these areas that you have to keep in mind. Next topic I will give you later. Till that moment, thank you.